Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Thursday, the 9th of May 2024. In today's Millwall news, we have a reaction from various parties about the life-changing, monumental decision to update and award Millwall a 999-year lease for the lands that it currently occupies and change the terms of use. So let's start off with this from lewisham.gov.uk. It's their news section on their website. So let's see what they have to say. So, a new lease secured for Millwall Football Club. Lewisham Council and Millwall Football Club have agreed a new 999-year lease cementing the club's future in the borough. Oh, I should think so. I mean, that's a bloody long time. Like I said, will Lewisham even exist in 1,000 years? The council's mayor and cabinet formally agreed to the terms at a meeting on the 8th of May. The new lease will allow Millwall Football Club to remain at the New Den and bring forward development around the stadium as part of a wider regeneration plans for the area. It also secures space for Millwall Community Trust, which works to improve the lives of young people in Lewisham, Southwark and the wider Millwall community through sport. This is an important step that will unlock the club's plans for the area surrounding the stadium. The club will now develop its plans for the area and submit them to the planning authority in due course. The decision is subject to call-in. I don't know what that means, but so Mayor of Lewisham, Brenda Dackers, said,
"We are delighted to have reached a positive outcome with a new, long-term lease that secures Millwall's future in the borough. This has been a long process, and I'm pleased we've been able to work together to secure the relocation of facilities for the Millwall Community Trust and support our shared ambitions for this part of Lewisham. I look forward to working with Millwall Football Club on their plans for the land around the stadium to unlock much-needed homes as well as new leisure and community spaces."
okay. My accent's getting better, isn't it? So both Millwall Football Club and Millwall Community Trust contribute immensely to our local community and provide life-changing opportunities for so many in our borough. We look forward to continuing to support their important work. CEO of Millwall Football Club, Steve Kavanagh, said, this is incredible news for the football club and everyone associated with it. A remarkable amount of hard work has gone into getting to this stage, and I'm grateful to Mayor Brenda Dackers, her predecessor Damien Egan, and various other personnel at Lewisham Council, our property advisors, the board, and all those who have contributed at different points in the process. Possessing development rights on the land around the Den, along with the rights to draw down leases of 999 years, provides the club with an array of opportunities to benefit supporters on match days, enhance capabilities on non-match days, and more generally assist with the ongoing efforts to develop existing and find new revenue streams, as well as, and crucially, it cements our position as a community asset by placing the club at the forefront of the wider community. So there you go. Frequently asked questions, FAQs, facts. Why did Millwall Football Club need a new lease? The club has 120 years left on its current lease. Yeah, it was nearly close to running out, wasn't it? 120 years? Blimey. However, the lease restricts any development rights. The new lease will allow the club to develop on parcels of land around the stadium in alignment with the council's adopted planning vision for the Surrey Canal Triangle area. This will support the council's ambitions for the area, as well as helping the club to be more financially stable. How were the terms of the lease decided? Discussions between the council as a freeholder and Millwall Football Club as a leaseholder have been ongoing for some time about a proposed restructuring of the lease. The agreed lease restructure will deliver a fair return on the council's freehold interest for the site, and the council has received external commercial advice in arriving at this position. Who guides this kind of development in Lewisham? The Council's local development framework sets the vision, objectives, strategy and policies that will guide development and regeneration in the borough to 2025, and together with the Mayor of London's London Plan forms the statutory development plan for the borough. It anticipates major change and includes a focus on the Surrey Canal Triangle area as a major development opportunity. The London Plan reinforces this view by identifying that area as having potential for significant urban renewal. Isn't that nice? So what will this mean for residents? Millwall Football Club will submit detailed plans in due course. However, the lease provides guarantees in terms of the quality of the public realm and the connection through the site, as well as increased rental income for the council. What is the ambition for this part of Lewisham? The council and the club share an aspiration to see development come forward on the site of the ground and its surrounds. There is unrealised potential for new homes and healthy mix of uses in this part of the borough. This part of London has been home to Millwall Football Club for over a century, and the council wants to ensure that the club is a partner in realising our ambitions for growth and development that serves our residents well into the next century. The outline consent granted to renewal for the neighbouring New Bermondsey scheme highlights that intent and is set to see significant change in the coming years. What does this mean for Millwall Community Trust? Millwall Community Trust delivers a range of positive outcomes for the local community. The council has restructured the lease to ensure the relocation of facilities for the trust before their leasehold interest with the council is relinquished, or it will ensure the trust terms are extended if development does not come forward earlier than their lease expiry. The council has restructured the lease to ensure the relocation of facilities for the trust before their leasehold interest with the council is relinquished, or it will ensure the trust terms are extended if development does not come forward earlier than their lease expiry. So basically they've told So the Lions Centre, where Millwall Community Trust is based, or from what I'm reading from this, cannot be knocked down until Millwall Community Trust are in their new building. That's what I'm picking up from that. Is a 999-year lease common? Lease terms of 999 years are felt to be the norm for such strategic and long-term development agreements. Why do they make it 900? Why not just have it around 1,000? It's like when you go in a shop, it's like 199, 299, 399. Just round it up to the pound. What will development look like? Detailed plans will need to be submitted to Lewisham Council's planning authority when the club is ready. Also in what, 20 years then? Okay. It is through this process that the nature, scale and quality of the development will be determined. The plans are expected to include a mix of housing, retail, hospitality and leisure uses. I was being a bit glib there with the 20 years comment, but seriously, I would suggest that you get a move on sooner rather than later. Because if you do a little forward thinking, if you are a player of chess and consider the moves that are happening in the country at the moment, it's almost certain that we're going to get a Labour government. It's almost certain that they do what Labour governments always do, is fuck up the fucking economy. And you could say that, well, the Conservatives have done that. Well, they haven't helped, obviously, but obviously there was a certain situation coming out of Wuhan, China, and that wasn't really anything to do with them. Yeah, so we could very well see. So what's that? What are we on now? 2024. Let's say the election's in November. So 2025, Labour government, give them what, a term and a half, so 5 years, 2030, 2032. So 2032, in 7 years' time, the economy is going to be fucked because of the Labour government tax and spend. Like, they're even talking about renationalising the railways, which is just an absolute joke. But it's chum to there. Now you might be saying they're just saying that to get elected, and then they ain't gonna do shit. But like I said, this would be typical of Millwall. To get things going, everything's looking rosy, and then they fuck up the execution. So we've got the things going for us. Like, what happened when they built a new ground? Like, we went into administration a couple of years after. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was despite selling some of our talent for decent prices in terms of was it Andy Roberts and Ben Thatcher and others. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we could be very well seeing a recession in 7 years' time. So, let's get on it and get it sorted before you build all these things and then there's no customers for them because the economy's in a gutter. Moving on to this, the statement released by Millwall about this club statement on new lease for Millwall Football Club. A landmark development agreement has been reached between Millwall Football Club and Lewisham Council following the council's mayor and cabinet meeting on Wednesday, the 8th of May. The agreement, which grants a new 999-year lease, allows the club to move forward with exciting ambitions for the redevelopment of the land surrounding the Den, bringing to life the club's long-term plans of the wider regeneration of New Bermondsey, which includes residential development. This historic moment cements the legacy of John Berylson and demonstrates the unwavering commitment of our chairman, James Berylson, and his family to both Millwall and the community. The new lease agreement ensures Millwall Football Club remains at the heart of its local community and extends to providing exciting opportunities to enhance the supporters' matchday experience, develop new and existing revenue streams, and fulfil its huge potential on non-match days. The club would like to thank Lewisham Council for their assistance and positive support to date. Speaking about the major step forward, Millwall Football Club chairman James Berylson said, we are delighted that the Lewisham Council has offered Millwall Football Club a long lease that will permit us to bring forward development plans in New Bermondsey for residential accommodation, a new community, and an ambitious football club. I'm particularly grateful to Lewisham Mayor Brenda Dackers and her predecessor Damien Egan, both of whom offered friendship and support to Millwall and acknowledged our ambitions for the local community and our club. My family's involvement with Millwall goes back almost 20 years. My father, John Berylson, who tragically died last year, from the outset had a vision and an ambition for the football club and its local community. It has taken us a long time to reach this turning point, but my father's passion and dogged determination never dimmed, and it's a great sadness to all of us that he's not here today to witness this milestone moment in the club's history. Alongside the significant new opportunities for Millwall, I see important new benefits for Lewisham and its residents. A new community with upgraded accommodation will generate higher living standards and a better quality of life. Greater prosperity will also increase returns to the borough through new commercial, social, and employment opportunities. This landmark decision by Lewisham Council secures the long-term future of Millwall and the borough, and equally importantly, protects and enhances the Millwall Community Trust and its vital charitable activities in South East London. Together with Lewisham Council, we can now start putting in place plans for improving the Den and its facilities, thereby enhancing spectator experience. I took over as chairman almost a year ago, and I'm now setting out new ambitions for Millwall and its community. And at the heart of those ambitions is, of course, playing great football, and I want us to be serious challengers for Premier League status, and why not? We came to within striking distance of the playoffs 12 months ago. And then we have the statement from the mayor of Lewisham, which I brought you earlier. It's just lifted from the other one. The club will continue to keep supporters up to date with further developments as and when they occur. Well, I tell you what, I will as well. And I will go through the plans in the planning application. I'll let you know. I will show it all to you. You will be the first to know. When I know, you will know. So subscribe to the channel and all that bollocks. And you will not miss out at all. So yeah, there you go. Now, moving on to this. I told you the other day that it was locked in that we would get Birmingham City in the semi. Is it the semi? No, it's semi-finals. Yeah, It's the national semi-finals of the under-21 tournament. Millwall under-21s host Birmingham City in PDL semi-final. Millwall under-21s will host Burnley City in the Professional Development League playoff semi-finals at the Den on Friday the 17th of May. Kick-off at 7 p.m. Kevin Nugent's side, who finished top of the South Division, will meet the Blues, second place in the North Division, for a place in the national final as the Lions look to defend the title they won last season. Following the full-time whistle, the under-21s will be presented with their medals and trophies for winning the PDL South Division. Please stay in your seats after the game. Tickets are now on sale. And here we go. Tickets, yeah. They're priced at £5 adults, £1 under 16s. But if you are a under 16 season ticket holder, you can get in for free. So there you go, and I would recommend it. I went last year. It was very competitive, very dramatic. I think I can't remember. Did one of them or both of them go to extra time? No, I think the final went to extra time. But the semi was against Hull and the final was against Sheffield United. I think the final went to extra time. But like I said, I would highly recommend it. It's very competitive. Not like it's quite an even contest, but it is a decent standard of football. And what else are you going to do? The season's finished. It's this, and then after that there's one more game, and then what are you going to do? You're going to watch Formula 1? You're going to watch that rubbish? I don't know, but yeah, like I said, I would highly recommend it. I would say it has to be decided on the day, so we'll go to extra time and penalties. So you might need to keep that in consideration in terms of your plans for the night. But like I said, it's cheap as chips, and it's a very good standard of football. And it's a standard of football that we're doing bloody well in. We won the bloody thing last year, and we looking to do it again this year. So just get down there and support the players. Why not? And then hopefully in the final, obviously that's during the we'll see how we do then, if we get through. Moving on to this is from the other day, but bringing it up now. So it's not just the under 18s who did well, got to the semi-finals of the FA Youth Cup. It's not just the under 21s who won their league again and are now in a national tournament. It's the under 14s that are doing the same thing. So we rarely hear about this level of football because obviously there has to be a cut-off, and like under 18s is the cut-off. That's what you hear about, and you don't get any lower than that. But there are Millwall teams, I think, going all the way down to under 9s probably, and under 10s. The under 14s have won the Albert Phelan Cup. Millwall under 14s have won the Albert Phelan Cup South. The Young Lions defeated Arsenal 3-0 in the semi-final before beating Chelsea 4-3 on penalties after a 3-3 draw in the final. So have that. Stick that in your cake and eat it. And that was at the Blues Cobham training base, so they were away. They were away at Chelsea. They got a 3-3 draw and then won 4-3 on penalties. Lovely jubbly. How about that? And what was that? It looks like they don't get a cup. They get, what's that? A can of Pringles. They got a can of Pringles and they've all got a share. And that's why they're all going crazy, because it's Logan Paul Prime flavour. Millwall will now take Manchester United, the North winners, in the national final at Burton Albion FC's Pirelli Stadium on Sunday the 19th of May. Congratulations, lads, indeed. Bloody hell. Millwall Man United in the under 14 national final. How's that? How is that? Now, you've got to hand it. Whoever's running the youth down now, I don't know, is it Fitzy or whoever's doing it? They're obviously doing something right. And yeah, fantastic stuff going on at the club, from under 21s, under 18s, down to the under 14s. Good stuff happening throughout the club. They mention this. They don't mention this is in what what would that be, 9 days time. They don't mention if you can go to this game. Like I said, for me there's a cut off of under 18s. I'm not going to go to a game below that, even if it is a Mill. I'm probably not going to go to a kids game involving Millwall unless I know any of the kids involved, to be honest with you. So if you are allowed to go to that, I'll keep you updated if you can. But yeah, Man United in the final, eh? Wow. And look, they get a can of Pringles this year. Lovely jubbly. Moving on to this. What is this? Well, I'll tell you. From the southwarknews.co.uk, we'll miss on the pitch. We'll miss him on the pitch, and we'll miss him on nights out. Millwall players say goodbye to Bartosz Białkowski. The goalkeeper received one final send-off at Swansea City on Saturday. There he is. He got a special shirt. I think they had to get a 3XL just to get the 169 on. There you go. Yeah, good stuff. Bart Białkowski's teammates have paid tribute to his fantastic character as the goalkeeper made his final bow for Millwall. The 36-year-old was not part of the matchday squad to face Swansea City, but travelled with the rest of the team for the final game of the season anyway. After the 1-0 win, Białkowski was treated to a final send-off on the pitch and then in the dressing room, where he is very popular among his teammates. A Millwall midfielder, George Honeyman, told the News then, he's just fantastic. He's just a fantastic character to have. He's a calming influence with his charisma, and that obviously comes from having such a fantastic long career. He's someone who makes you feel like when things are tough, you can look to him and he'll have a really positive effect on everyone. He's going to be a great miss. He's been a stalwart for the last 5 years, and he's beloved in the dressing room. He's going to retire out in the sun in Spain, so I think everyone is extremely jealous of him. The keeper clearly had an immense impact on his teammates over the years, with Ryan Leonard also offering an effusive description of the former Polish international. Leonard said, where do you start with Bart? He's an incredible goalkeeper, and he's an incredible man on and off the pitch. He's been a huge part of our changing room for 5 years. We said it at the dinner that it would be a strange moment when we come back into pre-season. And Bart's not sat in his place in the changing room. He sits in the corner of the changing room, and he's been there every single day. He'll be a massive loss for us on the pitch and in the changing room. A brilliant goalkeeper, but an even better person in my opinion, and that's what matters most. Asked for any funny stories about the keeper, Leonard added, I'm not sure there's any that I can say in the media. He's someone that gives his all on the training ground and out on the pitch, and he gives his all out on nights out as well. He's always there on nights out and things away from the football club. He's a massive part of the group of lads. We'll miss him on the pitch, we'll miss off the pitch, and we'll miss him on the nights out. So there you go. Białkowski. Auf Wiedersehen. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be a Daily Mill video without a day when we have when we hear from Neil Harris, and here we go again. The Southwark News constantly ringing Neil Harris up to get him to talk to them, expecting the unexpected, knowing who to trust in that bizarre experience at Gillingham. Neil Harris on what he's learnt from this season. It's been a campaign to remember for the Lions head coach, who started the season with League 2 Gillingham. Yes, what a life we lead. Neil Harris has revealed his bizarre experience at Gillingham earlier this season gave him a new perspective on trusting people in football. The 46-year-old ends the campaign back at Millwall in the Championship, having been sacked at League 2 Gillingham in October and having a stint at League 1 Cambridge United. Harris was relieved of his duties at Priestfield despite the Gills sitting just 4 points off top spot after 11 games when the decision was made. Yeah. How's that worked out for him? Not very well. Asked what he's learnt this season, the Lions head coach told the News of them. I've had to learn because ultimately I got sacked in a job where, in the moment of sacking, I think I had the 5th best record in the EFL over a 12-month period. So that was really bizarre, a learning experience of not to trust people around and above you, something I've never experienced before. I worked here for 4.5 years, and I worked at another brilliant football club down in South Wales, and that was all right. Obviously, Gillingham was a shambolic episode, which taught me a hell of a lot. And when I was debating what to do next, I had the opportunity to go to Cambridge, which is a fantastic football club, unbelievably good people, humble people, and they pretty much got underdog status in the division because of the facilities, expenditure, and the budget. And just when I was really enjoying myself and we were flying up the League One table, I get a call from Millwall to come back, and what that taught me was always expect the unexpected. In the space of 3 months, I lost my job unexpectedly for non-football reasons, and then I end up getting a call out of the blue from Millwall to come back and help. The lifespan of football manager is a temperamental in the modern era. Yes, indeed, it certainly is. I mean, damn. But hey, wow, it's all worked out in the end, isn't it? Just got to keep on keeping on, brother. Keep on keeping on. Now we've got this. Cause he might have to. We might have a bit of a situation next season with Burnley. Obviously last summer they tried to steal our Zion, and we weren't having it. We told them to piss off, and they come back with a bigger offer. And now we've got beef over Obafemi. So we got this from The Standard. That's the Evening Standard from thestandard.co.uk. Burnley not too pleased about Millwall's comments on Michael Obafemi discipline issue, says Vincent Company. A Republic of Ireland striker omitted from the Lions squad who beat Swansea. Yeah, what's going on here then? What's happening here? We got a situation. Burnley manager Vincent Company has expressed dissatisfaction with Millwall manager Neil Harris's comments over striker Michael Obafemi. The Republic of Ireland international joined the Championship side from the Clarets in January on a straight loan deal without an option or obligation to make it a permanent arrangement this summer. Obafemi scored twice in 12 starts. Whoa! For the Lions as they avoided relegation to the third tier following the return of Harris. 8 wins from 13 games ensured the club remained in the Championship, although Harris has stopped short of confirming he will stay at the Den for longer than the 15-month deal he signed in February. After the win over Swansea on the final day, Harris confirmed that both Obafemi and Scotland international Kevin Nisbet had been excluded from his squad due to disciplinary reasons. And then we've got the quote from Neil Harris that you've heard before. If you haven't, pause it and read it. I'm not going to read it. So here we go. This is it. This is the juice. This is the tea. I'm spilling it. Of the comments, Claret's boss Company said, as a club, I don't think we're too pleased with the fact there was a big statement about it. We've always had a duty of care for the players, we have, but I don't want to get involved in other clubs' affairs. So there you go. Not too happy. Wow. Yeah, nothing there really, is there? Like, not too pleased that he's saying it in public. These things don't happen in public. We don't usually hear about it. So it is interesting that Neil Harris made it public. Why did he do that? Obviously, to put a rocket up someone's arse, I don't know. Because obviously, one of the players was going back to his parent club. He was on loan, but the other player, he's still here. He's still under contract. And if you're trying to get rid of him, you probably don't want to be putting out there statements about disciplinary. So we'll see about that. But yeah, maybe, but I don't think so. Might have an issue. Burnley and Harris next season? Probably not. Probably not much in it. Well, we'll see. Now we're going to finish by looking at this. I've showed you this the other day. Footballfragmento.wordpress.com. It is some geezer doing a blog, and he's keeping it updated very often, regularly. It's all the players have been released from all the EFL clubs so far, and in the Championship we've got a new update. We've got Coventry City have listed they've listed their players that they're letting go and etc. And Rotherham United. So not much being discussed in the Championship so far. Just the two teams really. A few at QPR as well, probably, and some at Stoke. But otherwise, not a lot going on yet. Shane Ferguson being released by Rotherham United. Obviously, they're down in League One, so that's interesting. You would think he could do a job in League One, but like I said, if they need to cut the budget because they got relegated, whoever's out of contract they're gone. That's it. But let's go up to Coventry City. Just in case, the reason why I'm showing you this so that you can tell people, oh, we should get that player from that club because he's out of contract, won't cost much. So you can be well informed. That's why I'm showing you this. And name that sticks out for me, don't need too much about him. Just have a look. Simon Moore, keeper, 33 years old. His brother is a goalkeeper, and I think his father and grandfather are goalkeepers as well. So he's a third generation professional footballer. Although he is based in the Midlands, but obviously we've just had a goalkeeper go. Bart left, and we want to sign a decent replacement for Sarkic. Although Sarkic is number one, but he needs to be pushed as far as you can push him for competition. So to be honest, Connell Truman, is he up to it? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure really. Seen him in a few under-21 games, doesn't really stand out. Like, he can have his good days, but he can have his bad days as well. And is that, when you have a player like that, is that down to luck or is that down to skill? You need a player who's going to make their own luck through being skillful and on it. So Simon Moore, 33, like I said. If he doesn't want to come down south, you could probably, if he's not going to be first choice, let him train at home. Doesn't have to come to down training every day. But yeah, other than that, not a lot going on. We're still waiting. Obviously, we're waiting for Mill's release list, which you would imagine it has to come soon. The one thing I would say, obviously, with this under-21 season still going on, still rumbling on, that game I told you about, we were in this situation last year, and I remember they did put out the list of all the players from the under-21s who would be getting let go, and one of the names was Alfie Allen, who moved on to Tyler Jamlet, and I think they're releasing him as well this season. But at the time, they announced that he released before the under-21 game, and then I was watching the under-21 game, and he's playing, and he's having a bit of stinker, and I'm thinking, oh no, it's too much for him. Like, trying to carry on when you know that this is it. After this, it's done. And luckily, I don't know who said what they said to him. I thought they were going to pull him off at half time. He was that bad, but someone had a word with him, calmed him down, whatever they did. He came out in the second half and it was absolutely blinding. So, yeah, we could have a situation for the under-21s when this release list comes out where we could have players playing who know that this is it. After this, they have to go in the big wide world of football. And let's just have a look at all this. These might just be words on the screen, but these are human beings who had contracts at professional football clubs, and now they don't, and now they have to find a new contract at a new club, and there's bloody hundreds of them. Hundreds. Look how many there are. Absolutely insane. So yeah, good luck to anyone who gets released from any club, wherever they are, at Millwall and other clubs, and best of luck to you, because it's not easy out there, is it? And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.